Hello and welcome to part 4 of this series in the Lord's Prayer. If you want to start at the beginning and catch the other episodes in order, there's a link in the description below. But today we're looking at the phrase, hallowed be your name. I used to think that God was called Harold because when I started school, they started teaching us the Lord's Prayer and I wasn't familiar with the word hallowed. But I did know an old man called Harold. So I thought, as we just repeated it by rote, I thought they were saying, Harold be your name. I thought God was called Harold. Nobody really likes it when people get their name wrong, whether they pronounce it, misspell it or misunderstand it. People often get my name wrong, which is why I kind of flash up my name at the beginning of the videos to eliminate any doubt. Last year I got a letter from our gas and electricity supplier saying they needed me to phone them to arrange a time when they could come and check the meter. Not like a meter reading, but like they wanted to update something with the meter. And I hate phoning big companies because you just put on hold for hours. Anyway, one morning I decided to bite the bullet and I phoned the number in the letter. So the first hurdle was listening to 3 bars of Vivaldi on repeat for about 10 minutes. Finally someone answered, so now hopefully I could just get this over with and book in the date for my meter checkup. But oh no, they've got to do a lot of other stuff, haven't they? Okay, we'll just check your details are correct. Name is Don Egan. Okay Dan, I'll change that. Don Egan. Yes, Dan, I've changed that now, so can you give me your house number and postcode, Dan? It's Don with an O for orange. Sorry, I missed that, Dan. Could you repeat your address? No, my name is Don. Yes, I've got your name, Dan. I just need your address. My first name is Don. D-O-N, Delta Oscar November. Oh, I see. Sorry, Don, I'll correct that. Nobody likes to have their name misspelt, mispronounced or forgotten. The request, hallowed be thy name, comes at the start of the Lord's Prayer and it shifts our thinking from ourselves onto God. For the people of Jesus' day, the name of God was so holy it was never written in full. It's usually written as Yahweh in the Old Testament in modern Bibles, but in the scriptures at the time, the vowels were removed and just the consonants were there. It was like it was too holy to speak the name. In the Gospels, Jesus teaches the disciples to act in his name. And in the Acts of the Apostles, we see them doing just that when they're preaching and performing miracles. On the day of Pentecost, Peter called people to be baptized in the name of Jesus. When there was a local inquiry into how a lame man had been healed, the disciples pointed the authorities to the name of Jesus. When writing to his friends in what's now modern-day Turkey, Paul hallows the name of Jesus by explaining who Jesus is and his position. For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities. All things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. When we come to pray the Lord's Prayer, we begin by turning our focus onto God and declaring that his name is holy. Few things are sacred these days, but when we begin the Lord's Prayer, we declare the name of God hallowed and we enter into a sacred space. Thanks for joining us today. I really appreciate you being here with us. And there's more of these sessions on our website, on the blog page. Just go over there to rsvptrust.co.uk and click the blog. But for now, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button, click the little bell icon, then you'll get notifications of new videos, and I'll see you next time.